Okay, this video I'm gonna talk about the Sabbath. If you're not if you're not moved to observe the Sabbath, then skip this video. If you are, I would like to encourage you to look into the solar-lunar Sabbath. There's tons of resources, tons of interesting tidbits of things that I am learning. I kind of had an instinct and intuition like, hey, if this is how the feasts work, if they're on this kind of time, then shouldn't we be doing the Sabbath this way? I kind of had a little, a gut instinct for that, but I haven't really had any physical proof until recently that I was on the right track. There's tons of resources if you start digging. I'll list some of them below to get you started if you're interested in that, of what day he really looks at. And I just find it interesting because if we're always taught in church, the feasts aren't important anymore. That's what Paul said, blah, blah, blah. So we don't have to do them. Okay. But if you don't keep the Feast of Booths, then you don't get any rain during the millennium reign of Christ. So it's kind of important. I want food. I want rain so that things can grow. I think it's important. So I have to tell you about my personal little experiment. Where I live, we're kind of in a drought, and started keeping the solar-lunar Sabbath, and it's been raining on that day every week. It doesn't rain much, but it does rain, and we haven't had rain in a very long time. So I think that's kind of interesting. I just wanted to share. And the other thing that I learned is a long, long time ago, there's a Sabbatic river called the Sabbaton River, and it flows. And if people weren't sure if it was the Sabbath or not, they would go down to this river. And if it was flowing, they knew that it was a work day. But if it stood still and didn't flow down, then they knew it was the Sabbath. And I just find that incredibly interesting because that was it was a thought I had. It was a thought I had, and I was like, okay, if this is true, if this solar-lunar Sabbath gut reaction of mine is true, if this is the Holy Spirit, then I will be able to confirm this in nature somehow. Like, we will see nature participating in this. And then all of a sudden, the whole Sabbaton River thing, just kind of landed in my lap. And I was like, thank you, Holy Spirit. I knew that was you. I know that was you, God, because, anyway, it was interesting and exciting all at the same time. But, when you're digging into this stuff, and I'm going to name drop a little. There's a Rabbi Hallil. He's important in this because, we're always, we've recently learned that, Constantine changed it in 321 to Sunday. But they don't really go into the year before, a couple years before, where Rabbi Hallil, he was the top dog, the president of the Sanhedrin at the time, and he basically made it so that the Sabbath day was fixed, basically kind of confirming it hasn't always been fixed. And they let the Jews have Saturday, but then made everybody else do Sunday. It's kind of, when you look into it, it's crazy. That's just the nutshell. That's like the bare bones. There's more to it than that, but I'm just giving you nuggets to go look for. it's pretty interesting. It's pretty exciting, and it's kind of wonky. But what's interesting is I feel more. I've been, I don't know. I've been drained and tired all the time. Especially since 2020. I feel like I've aged like a million years. But when you rest on that day, it's kind of like you're super rested, if that's even a thing. It's just nice, and it's just amazing. So anyway, I just want to encourage you to kind of look at that and check it out for yourself, and just kind of, I don't know, my conclusion has been Sunday and Saturday are both counterfeits. Which, is kind of funny because it's like politics. They're both on the same side. They just go about the plan differently. There's one thing that's more in your face and the other one is more sneaky. That's just how I feel about it. So it's kind of like the same thing. Like, you think you're given this choice or this choice, but they're both wrong. Oh, you can vote for the less of two evils. Well, you're voting for evil. You just said you're voting for evil. But anyway, that's probably going to irritate people. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to post some things to look at if you're interested. I just find this stuff kind of exciting and fun. I like learning how the Lord wants things done, how Jehovah has planned and set things up a long time ago, and how beautiful it is. And you, I don't know, just check it out yourself and see what you think. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.